Hey everybody, Tanner Milne here with your tool of the week. So this one's fresh because I just finished doing this. It actually I had skipped it a few times, so let me just jump right in. So independent of your role, where you are, what you do, industry, I believe that this applies in some shape or form, and I'll run through some of this stuff as quickly as I can. But what I would suggest at a minimum in your own personal application, I would do a full tech stack audit at least once a year. And so you're really thinking through, do I use this app? I mean, get rid of the things you don't use, especially if you're paying for stuff. But do I still use this app? Is it optimized? And then do I need to schedule time to delegate, push this out to somebody else, hire somebody, or what decisions need to be made essentially. So that's the first thing. Doesn't need to be done on a super frequent basis. But the next thing is, I would say the minimum once per quarter. And again, I don't know that this matters if you run a company or you're within a company, but I would schedule time. And I found that 1 hour is not enough. And so it's better to do it less frequent, but with a better time allocation. So at least once a quarter. For those of you that are more tech forward, I would say you could even do this once a month, but schedule time. And whether it's, so for me, this is kind of my process. I'm going through emails that I subscribe to that are sort of aggregators of tech. I'm searching in Google to see if there's anything I haven't learned about, seen as of recent, and then watching. There's several YouTubers that I've subscribed to, and instead of getting distracted, throughout the time trying to stay on top of these things, I time block and know, next month I'll have time for this, so I get into it. So that's in general what I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm just going to share some of the things that I've sort of aggregated here today. So here's kind of, for most people, you can dig deeper depending on what you do, but these are sort of general categories to focus on: calendar, email, note-taking, and task manager or to-do list. Certainly there's so much more within that, automation, email marketing, CRMs, project management. There's a lot of other things, but I'm going to stick with these 4 topics today, and I'll just kind of jump in so you can see. And to be honest, I have strong opinions of a lot of things. I've tried a lot of things, and I'm not going to, for the sake of the tool of the week, I'm going to stay focused and just give you just a short answers and some actionable information. So truth be told, here's what I use. Calendar, I use the native Apple iCalendar. I have probably 7 calendars I put into it, and so it works. I use Google Calendar. I'm on Gmail or the Google G Suite, and so I tend to use a lot of Google stuff. But the Google Calendar, I can see shared calendars. Email, I use Gmail. I've tried other things. I actually want to try. I've been reluctant to try Superhuman. A lot of great feedback on Superhuman. I'm only sharing that if you're watching this and you're looking for a new email, check out Superhuman. Note taking, I've talked a lot about Evernote. I am in Evernote super user, and I also use the Remarkable 2 for writing, and everything else I aggregate into Evernote for note taking. Task manager, I've tried Wunderlist and Todoist, and there's so many pros and cons to all of these things. I use Google Tasks. It's just because it's right there. I mean, I can be in my email, I can be in my calendar, see the Google Tasks. So as far as adding to-dos, that works for me. I've talked about some of these things. Super passionate about Voxer, love Voxer. Now Slack audio is making a run, but if you're not in Slack, there's some limitations between that. But asynchronous voice, I'm super keen on. Brain.fm. I was looking at what apps do I use outside of like banking and Amazon and things that are fairly ubiquitous. Brain.fm, I almost listen to brainwaves as I'm working on certain projects every day. Obviously, I'm recording this on Loom. I use Loom every day, listen to Audible every day, and alarm.com I use every day. Sorry for the 5 minutes. Cheers. Have a great day.